Welcome to another DeadThree film breakdown. We are on part 2 of the Michigan State at Maryland game. That was a few weeks ago, spending more time probably talking about what Michigan State has going on, but we'll get right into it here. I believe Maryland just scored, so you can see here on the screen what Michigan State does as good as anybody is getting the ball out of bounds and inbounds as quickly as possible. Let's rewind it real quick and just double check one thing real quick as we see Hauser inbound the ball. Nope, he throws it. It looks like right there. I thought he threw it when he had his foot there. But what Michigan State does really well, as good as anybody in the nation, is outletting the ball. And this is something like I'm not sure where they are, right? So watch what they do. He clears himself. He starts here. So here's that point. This was from part 1. Watch 2. So right here, he's inside. They are drilled and drilled as the closest big gets the ball, or maybe it's the closest person. And we're not going to be looking here for any outlet. We get wide immediately, and he's even more detailed in that his tail, his butt is to the sideline right there. And how they outlet, not back shoulder, but front shoulder to catch them in momentum. That's how good they are. Wide, middle channel, trailing big, outlet, probably changing the floor from one side to the other. Like that's Michigan State basketball right there, right? Like without anything else, right? Without 2 seconds going off, you see exactly what they're doing. They change the floor. He's a rim runner, not to necessarily the post, but to double buried in the paint, and they run deep and wide, sideline, low, trailing big. He's exploring the post, and look, they're supporting him. Now, these guys all know, and Maryland knows, man, you better be getting back. So it's not even a pickup right here. He's not ready to pass. Keeps his dribble alive. The trailing big runs a pin down, and this time we read it a little bit better than the time before. In part 1, on this pin down from Hauser down, they were, you could have back cut it, right? So he fades it a little bit, and then he shortcuts it and ends up being on top of it. And again, we run it, everything's into ball screen these days, right? Tons of ball screens, every single possession, there's ball screens really to reverse it. So pound pass, right? Roll. What are we going to do here with 2 bigs? So here's okay. So we have 2 bigs down, and they immediately come up the channel, up the lane line to ball screen, right? So now we're looking to roll here, right? And we're looking to roll here. But if he rolls, like there's a lot of action and activity there. So, it's screen here. There's the change. He waits. Like for young kids, although he's about to pound it, we don't need to catch and pound. He sets it up, draw and kick. Right. So I don't know if it's not a great shot, and he just misses it. Right. But it's look how they stay down and they're not jumping. Can there be a better closeout in terms of balance, positioning, hands, and contesting? And as he gets up, you're the last to leave the floor on a closeout. Watch this closeout. Like 24, watch this. Support, watch it even more. If you want to be a player, or if you want your kids to play, look what he does. He's going to start pointing and talking right there. He's pointing and talking probably to the roll, try to get this guy over. Like he's pointing and talking. Then he jumps over and stops the ball. So now we stunt to the lane line. He's not coming down. There's draw and kick, and he's in that position and contests, right? And then he runs, right? So that's really good by 24. Don't know anything about him, right? We run it into transition ball screen, cutting away. Like there's not a whole lot going on here in terms of execution, in terms of screening away and cutting. Outside channel. So he catches it. Where does he catch it? He gets the rebound. He circles. He's on one side of the floor. So it's just a difference. I'm not saying it's bad, right? But I do know that right now we are not changing the floor. So that means that we can run to the help. Right now we're not running to the help. We're running to men outside, right? But I bet you they, recover decently. So it's a fake ball screen, because I don't think he uses it. I don't think he gets a piece of it, but just enough to get him to stunt up. We recover, we change it. There's not a screen here. It's just an interchange, not a dribble handoff between. Now he takes it back. So he goes left to right cross. He's got this line. These guys aren't in a position to help. they'd have to get off. Like, here's what would happen if he drove it and he didn't get help here. Come up, V back, come up the line, big on small, contesting. This is 24 that just did a great job defending, and we're going to V back to the post here. But he covered, like, he covers it, right? So exactly, but it doesn't come from 30, does it? He's there. He's on a weak side shot block. Now, I don't know scouting report, because 44 is not engaged in anything that's going on here, nor with the weak side post. And 5 is covering his man. So you could say, if this were a frame and you asked me to talk about this frame, I'd say 5's not allowed to leave 5. He's a dead 3. And 44 is not allowed to leave 13, it looks like, because he's a dead 3. We're going to make other people beat us, right? So close out, right? Hand above the ball. We are working hard with our kids at our level to make sure the hand's always above the ball, just like Michigan State's doing here, right? I like it that we have a post player saying, hey, I've got what I want, but the ball's not in a passing lane, right? The passing area for this line of feed, the ball needs to be there. We would never feed it there, right? We would feed it there, and he's pointing. And we're coming up, hand above ball, positioning, right? So there's the ball, but he changes it now. Here's what a true post player needs to be able to do. Can he stop him from swimming over and still get it? Right? So like super, like right here. Peak, which is cool. Got him in the air. Yeah. So either, yeah, it's just not a great play, right? I just really love the play to the post here, because he has him. 30's not working too hard. Like 30's not working hard here. Get the ball into the post. Quit doing creative stuff like jump passing to inside the paint, right? We shouldn't be doing this, right? That the ball didn't draw him, right? And the ball's drawing everybody else. So that's the play. Now, State could have had that, should have had that. And let's see what they do on the out of bounds and what Michigan State likes to do, or I'm sorry, what Maryland likes to do. I believe that's Danny Manning coaching them. So we got a guy diving. We got a guy coming off a double. I'm sure we have a big slipping, if not 4, setting a back screen, right? Everything is always, shooters are coming to the ball and bigs are diving to the basket, right? 44's got good vision here, right? Bigs did not come to the basket. So there it is. 1, 2, 3, like there's, right? So we get it where we want it. He cuts off that line right there, which I'd like for our kids to be able to do. Like, he's slow with it, but then there's the angle. There's the seam, right? Not great drawn kick, but he cuts that line off right there. And it's too bad he doesn't have like a left-handed floater. It's too bad we can't just throw it to the rim here, right? But they cover it down. Now, and is it late? Yep, late in the shot clock. They inbound the ball on the shot clock at 9, right? So, man, with a dead shot clock right here, it's too bad with 5 seconds left that we can't get that off, right? We being Maryland, right? So they got to close out. Hauser knows it. Look at all new guys, college player, coaches, like everybody that sees this, like State's as good as they come, but his hands don't come down. Watch Hauser. Like when that ball gets kicked, right here, even before it gets kicked, like you could go back frame by frame. Hauser turns on the pickup. He's looking at it right there. The ball's been picked up. Before the ball is passed, he's already looking for his man right here. And his hand goes up right there. And he doesn't even know where the ball's going. And it stays up. Like that's Michigan State basketball. That's elite kind of level coaching and everything. So they get this 3, long shot, long rebound, and we're back at it, right? So watch Michigan State scramble. Watch Hauser. His man took the ball. His man took the ball. His man took the shot. So he's helping to protect. And now he's like, now they're scrambling. Ball, scrambles on the weak side of the floor. He closes out with high hands again. Look at everything with State is high hands. Hands. Hauser. Handoff. Hands up. Right here. Hands up. Hauser. They leave the ball there, but he comes back. All right. So now the ball's in like this mid post area. with a guard. They did big on small switch. They did not switch back. So now they have, if you, whatever you want to call that, mid post, whatever, right? He's 2 steps in 3 and he's going to start pounding, right? And it's a mismatch, but watch. We talked about a yo-yo in some other films, right? You're on this line of the ball. Everybody sees it, right? And everybody's stunting to it, right? Hauser knows there's a ball side cutter coming and this guy's coming over. So they're taking action away and Hauser knows it, right? So he stays with his man, but he keeps vision with the ball. Now he's turning left shoulder here to get to that shot. Hands up, not fouling, extended, probably jumping, last to leave the floor, clearly last to leave the floor, hopefully blocking out weak. Michigan State tracks how much you look to block out. Even if you don't block out, they look to see on film if you do, right? So, I would think if we go back to here, Izzo hates this, right? Because what he's going to say is they're going to show on film, and I'm just guessing, right, that here's the block out, and we fell down, we lost, about things happen, right? Izzo's not losing his mind over there, right? But he just told his assistant, here's the game, guys. And I don't know if this is true or not. We're about to find out, right? Watch the game here. 44 didn't get the rebound. 44 lost positioning. Maybe 44 wasn't tough enough. Let's just make an assumption here, right? Izzo doesn't like giving up offensive rebounds. Dwayne Stevens, his assistant, is looking at him. Izzo is calmly saying, get him out, right? So Dwayne Stevens says, I'm guessing, right? We don't know, but here comes a big, like in the middle of the play. So you have to watch it. Like, I love this, right? He's doing everything he can. And he gets his feet tied up. And 44 is really good, I think, right? I think he's a lefty. He can play. Look, he gets this, we recover. Look, but it's automatic. All right. And it looks like a big's coming in. And 34 is probably coming in. Let's see what happens on a dead ball here. We'll at least run to the dead ball to see if 34 gets, listen, they're in the middle of a play, right? They gave up an offensive rebound. And this is how important it is to State. Come in. Like, we're not giving up offensive rebounds. So 2 guys are checking in on one offensive rebound where the guy actually went and got contact. He just fell down and they got an offensive rebound, right? So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's time for everybody to get out, right? So we get that. We're not giving up a second offensive rebound, right? But look how quickly they get this outlet. Where's 2? Well, now 2 is automatically wide, but look, they're developed and coached to look to the outside, to not pound the ball, to run, to change the floor from one side to the other. For bigs to run it into ball screen, pick, roll, replace, right? That's all that is a roll, replace. We're going to roll a guy and replace a guy. So Hauser's the replace and here's the roll. Boom, right? They are all what's going on. They're pointing to the post. They're covering, 2 guys are covering the ball, and I hope that this guy can make it. And he's throwing it. Let's see what happens. Oh, my word. Okay, so we're going to stop there, but we are going to wait and see who checks in or who checks out. It's going to be, nope, it's not a TV timeout, but everybody's coming out. Let's see what Izzo does. Right. So Izzo's letting him have it. And he's letting 44 have it. So there it is, right? It was that long. And he's sitting there going, Coach, I blocked out and I fell over. Izzo, let's see how. It's all about toughness and offensive rebounding with Izzo. It's all about it. So they did the roll, replace. And let's just go back to this scene because I thought it was really good. Gives up an offensive rebound. And it's this quick, guys. It's this quick. Get them out. And everybody's looking because they know. They all know. Like, hey, we gave up an offensive rebound and we typically don't. Out. So perfect. Right. So love this clip, these videos. Like that's how quick it is with Izzo. Right. And get out and let's get out. And you know what? Why don't all of you get out if you're not going to block out, And so they end up. But here's quick push, quick change of the floor. Everybody's out and running. They run to the rim. They run it into ball screen. They run to roll and replace. And then they just turn it over. They get what they want. He just doesn't get it there. Wide open. And he doesn't get it there. And then we foul. I get it. Right. So listen, I like this video a lot. The recognition or call out of Izzo and the importance of offensive rebounding is valuable. Right. But you all have to see that. Like some coaches hang their hats on different things, and that, you know, you could applaud the guy, right? Hey, you checked out well, you just didn't get it. You know, let's try again. Let's try harder next time type thing. No, it's an absolute with Izzo. You don't get it, you're out, and we'll take everybody out. So, hey, like and share this if you know, if you can, I would appreciate it. Really enjoyed this video. We're going to do a part 3, part 4 of this, Izzo and State and what they do. Not that Maryland's not, but you know, whatever you know, they're doing is really good. So, hey, if you could share this, really subscribe to it. It really helps us out, and like it and share it and subscribe to it. It's appreciated. All right. Thank you.